What's up, guys? This is going to be video number 4 of our step-by-step wholesaling guide. We're going to talk about estimating repairs. So I'll try to keep this as short as I can. This is a very important step. You can also check out the blog post at crushingrei.com where I will provide all of the itemized repair costs. So check that out. But let's go ahead and talk about it. So this is going to be for both wholesalers and flippers. Obviously, if you're new to flipping houses, you're going to need to learn repair costs, and same thing with wholesaling. And it is a critical step in the process, because if you underestimate the repairs, your offer is going to be way off. And same thing if you overestimate the repairs. I would definitely rather overestimate than underestimate the repairs, just because at least you're playing it safe. But your offer might be not even close, and you're just giving yourself no chance at getting a signed contract. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We'll go ahead and go through kind of the itemized estimated costs of each potential repair when you're going through a house. So we'll start off with some of the more expensive items, like new roof. You're looking at anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000 for a new roof. If it includes soffit and fascia, you're looking at another probably $2,000 to $3,000 to repair the soffit and fascia of a roof. New furnace, you're looking at anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000. Add a little bit more if you need new duct work and a whole new system. New AC, probably about $3,000 for a new AC unit. Compressor. If you have to replace a well or a septic, that can get expensive. Wells are about $4,000 at least. Septic can be anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000. If it's a mound system, drain field can run you $15,000. So the drain field is also a big expense. That can be anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000. Install new siding. Vinyl siding, typically you're looking at probably between $5,000 and $10,000. Could be more if it's a larger home. Windows is another big one. I usually like to budget at least $600 per window, or if you're replacing all windows in the house, you're looking at probably $5,000 to $6,000 for windows. Flooring, I would say you're looking. LVP, you can get decent LVP now for $3 to $4 a square foot, but keep in mind you got a demo and you got to install, so I would budget probably closer to $6 or $7 a square foot if you go with LVP. Carpet's a little bit less. Quick tip, a lot of the big box stores like Home Depot and Lowe's will provide installation as part of their cost per square foot. There's usually a minimum, but that's one way you can save some money. Kitchen cabinets, if you have to replace the cabinets, that can get expensive also. You're looking at anywhere from probably $3,000 to $4,000 up to $10,000 if it's a really large kitchen or a nicer home. Or you can spend way more than that on cabinets, but it's kind of a rule of thumb for more of a flip grade kind of cookie cutter type house that we would typically target. Let's see, countertops. We're doing a lot of butcher block countertops, or at least my partners are. My partner buyers are doing the butcher blocks, which is kind of a cool, trendy countertop, but Formica is still fine. Those can look a lot like hard surface tops, like granite or quartz. If you do decide to go with a granite or a quartz, you are looking at probably anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 or $5,000 in countertops. So just they're nice, but they're not cheap. So keep in mind, but you don't have to go that route. Like I said, butcher block is pretty solid choice. Bathrooms, you're looking at, for a toilet, $500 at least installed. Vanity, sink, faucet, and plumbing, add another $1,000 to $2,000. So really, if you're going to be doing a half bath, the whole bathroom, and you got to do everything in there, floor, vanity, toilet, paint the walls, whatever, you're looking at probably $3,000 to $4,000 for a half bath. When you do a shower, unless you're doing a tiled shower, because that can also get expensive. But if you're just doing a tub, you can, I would say probably 5,000 to 7,000. I would budget for a full bath if you're replacing everything in there. The painting, interior, again, a lot of variables there, but anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 to paint an entire interior of a home. And then the exterior, you know, you're looking at maybe a little bit more, 3,000 to 4,000, up to 5,000 if it's a larger home. And then trash out and demo, can't forget that. Usually the labor on that's a little bit less. And keep in mind too, a lot of these are estimates. I mean, if you live in California where labor rates are, you know, 20 an hour and up, or I should say pay rates, what you're going to pay a contractor is going to be a heck of a lot more than that. But you know, labor rates are going to be higher in a lot of the, you know, kind of the West Coast towns. We live in Michigan here, so our labor is going to be a little bit cheaper. It's still a lot more than it was a few years ago, so just keep that in mind. Electrical and plumbing, I didn't talk too much about that just because it just really depends on what you need. There's a lot of variables that go into, you know, electrical and plumbing. But if you do have to, if you're doing a new panel, all new wiring, I mean, you're looking at anywhere from 5 to 10 grand easily in electrical. And same thing with plumbing. I mean, usually you don't have to replace all the plumbing in a house, but if you did, I mean, that could get expensive. So, you know, usually we just quote that by the job or by the hour. That's about it. Once you get more experience, you're going to be able to do this on the fly. It's, you know, I can go into a house in 5-10 minutes. I can pretty much tell you what it's going to cost to repair. And usually I think what worked for me is kind of like breaking it up into different categories. You know, you got your light rehab, which was kind of your, you know, maybe 10 to 15 grand in repairs. Then you got your medium, which is going to be more 15 to maybe 30,000 in repairs. And then your heavy, you know, and that can start at 35, 40, but that can go up to 100,000. I mean, if the house is that bad, if it's down to the studs, you know. So it takes practice. I would highly suggest you go out with a licensed contractor or somebody who knows what they're doing the first few times. Yeah, like I said, just takes practice, but you'll get good at it. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to talk about how to calculate the offer, how to check comps, calculate ARV, and figure out what your offer is going to be. Thanks for watching.